Hi guys, welcome back to IC on Flickr TV, where we say it as it is. No sugarcoating, no bias, just raw analysis. Today, a newly formed political party, an opposition party, is shaking. When I mean shaking, not something small. It's a very serious crack going on behind the scene. So which made me want to ask this question. Is this alliance already collapsing? Or this is just politics as usual? So for past weeks, ADC has been on the headlines because of how INEC is trying everything possible to make the next election opposition free. So after much back and forth, the Supreme Court ruling reinstated David Mark as the chairman, and INEC was asked to recognize him and Abeg Sola. So ADC had positioned itself as the big tent opposition platform, bringing together heavyweights like Peter Obi, Kwankwaso, Atiku, and when you bring this kind of personalities together, you're not forming a team. You're just managing and massaging egos. For me, that's what it is. That kind of gathering where everybody is smiling, shaking hands, taking pictures, but underneath, pressure, silence, competition, calculation going on in every corner. That's what I see. Now, let's go to Ibadan, where things started getting uncomfortable. Everything I just mentioned was the mood. This wasn't just any meeting. It was supposed to be a unity summit, a coming together of big names, big ambitions, and even bigger expectations. But here is the problem. The conversation quickly shifted from how do we win to who we need. And that's where everything started getting uncomfortable. Two major issues enter into the room like an uninvited guest. Presidential ticket, zoning. Now, if you understand Nigerian politics very well, following Nigerian politics very well, you already know that zoning is not a small matter. It's emotional, it's strategic, and it is deeply tied to identity and fairness. So when you mix zoning debate and presidential ambition, that one is no longer a discussion. You don't discuss that. That's friction already. Now think about it. You have people like Atiku, a man who has been chasing presidency for years. For years. You have Peter Obi, who carries massive grassroots and youth support, and then Kwankwaso with a loyal fan base and his own political structure. These are not small players. These are not let me support you type of politicians. These are leaders. So imagine putting all three in one room, saying, okay, one of you should step down. Step down? For who? On what basis? Experience, popularity, region, strategy. There is no answer that won't offend anybody. No answer, there's no answer you want to give. And that's why the tension in Ibadan wasn't loud. It was just dangerously quiet. Because sometimes the most serious disagreements are the ones people don't shout about. They just smile, they nod, they say, well, we'll discuss later. Those are dangerous disagreements. But inside, lines are already being drawn. They've drawn the line already. You already know what they are going to do. Everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to step back. And that's the way it ends. Not the court ruling, not the press statement. And that's where I want to bring you ask you guys, can three presidential level politicians truly work together without conflict? Be honest. Because me, I want to know. Be honest. Not theory, not wishful thinking. Real life. Can they? Because what we are seeing right now is not just politics. It's a human nature, ambition, ego, strategy. Because the answer to that question, the answer you're about to give me, might already tell us how this entire story will end. Now, Peter Obi has been unusually quiet, and in politics, silence is never just silence. It speaks, sometimes even louder than words. Now, let's break that down. No strong public reaction, no clear situation, no denial of final nothing corporate, just silence. Now, to the average observer, that might look like indecision, but in politics, this kind of silence is not strategic. Because when a politician like Obi chooses not to speak, it usually means one thing. It's thinking, calculating, positioning. So, what would this silence actually mean? I'm thinking about it too. Okay, wait. Let's just explore some possibilities. Okay. Let's say he's observing, he's watching everything, like just seeing how everything's going to unfold. Who is aligned with who is desperate, who is gaining ground. Because sometimes the smartest move is not to jump in. It's to wait and see where the table settles. You know? Okay. So number two, let's just say is negotiating. Politics is negotiation behind closed doors. Well, the public is seeing silence. Conversation might be happening privately, which we don't know. Conditions, agreements, partial discussion, and until those kind of talks are settled, made, staying quiet protects privilege. You get? So another thing, which is number three, it might be preparing an exit. Now this is where things get serious, because when a key figure goes quietly during an internal tension, it sometimes means they are already halfway at the top. Not officially, not publicly, but mentally and strategically. They are just repositioning. And here is the part that makes this even more powerful. Nigerians are not waiting. They are not reacting. They are already choosing sides. They already know who they are following. Now, let's read this tweet from X. Let's see. The person says, if Peter Obi decides to leave ADC today, I won't even ask him why. I will simply pack up my bag and walk beside him. That's how much I trust this man. And I'm not talking of blind trust here. I'm talking of trust and through years of consistency, unwavering integrity, unshakable principle, and a deep commitment to a better Nigeria, which he has shown in every many selfless ways through his action and inaction. There is no other politicians in Nigeria who has earned this trust from me. None. So if Peter Obi decides today that the agency does not align with his principle, that he believes will bring about a shift from the system that have kept Nigeria bound to date, I will, without a single doubt, get up, pick up my bag, walk away right beside. If Obi lives, I follow. Think about that statement. That is not just support. That is not just admiration. This is political identity, because what you are seeing here is bigger than party politics. This is personality-driven politics, where the individual becomes the movement. And Nigeria has been moving in this direction for a while now. People are no longer asking, what does the party stand for? They no longer ask that. They are asking, who do I believe in? Who do I believe in? This is where it gets deep. We are now seeing a shift from ideology to emotion, from policies to personalities. Because let's be honest, many supporters are no longer following manifestos, because even the manifesto, they promise and promise, which they never fulfill. They are following trust, they are following hope, they are following connection. And that's how we get statement like this. If he moves, I move. That's not politics as usual. That's what we call movement politics. The political wave built around one person credibility. One person credibility, one person's story, one person's perception. And in movement politics, parties become secondary. Structures become flexible. But the person becomes everything. This is how modern politics work now. People don't follow parties, they follow people. And that right there, that's what makes Obi silence so powerful. Because whether he speaks or not, he is still leading the conversation. He's leading, he's at the top. So now let's stop pretending. This formation, this is not about unity. This is about power. Because if it was truly about unity, we won't be having this conversation. There would already be compromise. There would have been already alignment. What we are seeing is opposition. Now let's talk about Atiku. This man whose presidential ambition didn't just start yesterday. We're talking about decade of political relevance, multiple attempts at the presidency. He's also one of the most talked about Nigeria politician, loved by some, questioned by others. And when you come this far, invested this much, waited this long, stepping down is not just a decision. It feels like walking away from your own destiny. That's what it feels like. Now, for Obi is a different kind of force. He doesn't just have supporters, he has believers, especially among young Nigerians. They believe in him so much. People see him as disciplined, different, reform-driven. He represents hope to many. But here's the reality. That kind of momentum creates expectation, and expectation creates pressure. Because when millions of people believe in you so much, they believe you are the answer. How do you turn around and say, I'll step down, I'll step outside? It's going to be difficult. And Kwankwaso, on the other hand, he brings something different entirely. His own structure, loyalty, a strong-rooted regional base that doesn't just shake easily. He is not just a politician. He leads a movement with his own identity. And is. Now, let's just step back from all of this. Step back and watch, look clearly. These three men, three addiction, three different sources of strength. And then we say, come together and let one person lead. Let's vote. Who decides? Who sacrifices? Who waits? Because in politics, especially at this level, nobody believes they are second best. Even to you and I, do you think I'm better than you? Do I think you are better than you? No. Everybody believes they are the most viable option. So when people say, why can't they just unite? You now see the real answer. It's not just simple. It's not that simple. Now tell me, who among them truly want to step down? Not who can, who truly want to step down. Who actually want to. You see, that answer is where the real story is. If you can get who will step down, that's where the real story is. And all of this is about one thing. Defeating Bola in the next election. That's what all this is about. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Opposition unity is not optional. It's their only real chance. Division, that's not just risky. Division is not just risky. It's almost a guarantee lost. Because Nigeria political history has a pattern. Whenever the opposition is scattered, the ruling power becomes stronger. Not necessarily because they are unbeatable, but because their opponents are divided. And when they are divided, votes split. Support base is weakened. History has shown that divided opposition cannot win national election in Nigeria. They cannot win. They are not sugarcoating it. It's the real fact. And that's the part many people don't want to say out loud. Now let's clear all of this up. Everything falls apart. No agreement, no compromise, no unity. Each major player goes their separate ways. Atiku runs his own ways. Obi follows his own path. Kwankwaso stand independently. I will tell you. Votes scatter like broken glasses. And when opposition votes are divided, the outcome becomes so predictable. You already know what's going to happen. That is it. Oh wait, let's think about it this way. What if everything we are seeing, the tension, the silence, the rumor, is part of a bigger strategy? Public disagreements, private alignments, creating uncertainty, while building agreement behind closed doors. Because in politics, taxation is a tool. Confusion can be a strategy. Politics is sometimes a performance. What you see is not always what is happening. And now, let me be completely real. This is coming from me. No filter, no safe answer. Personally, what I think. Their biggest threat is not just the wealth of Bola. Have destroyed more movement than external opponents ever could. Ego, ambition, ability to compromise. Disunity has destroyed more political movement than ruling party. They have. So now, let me know in the comments if Obi leaves ADC, will you follow me? Can Atiku, Obi, and Kwankwaso truly work together? We are already going to what your takes is on that. Or is this alliance already dead? So that's what I want to know. So tell me in the comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share. This is ICMP TV. We keep it so real here. See you next time.
That despite the onslaughts and machinations of the ruling party, the APC, to ensure that President Bola Tinubu emerges as the sole presidential candidate in 2027, we shall field candidates and contest the 2027 presidential and other elections. 3. That we shall work towards fielding one presidential candidate for the 2027 elections. We shall be agreed and supported by all participating opposition parties to rescue our nation and our long-suffering masses. 4. That INEC Chairman, Professor John Shojo Amopitan, having shown bias and open partisanship in favor of the ruling APC, should not conduct the 2027 general election as Nigerians across board have lost confidence in him and his capacity to guarantee the required neutrality to deliver a free, fair, transparent and credible election. His continued stay in office is vexatious and capable of triggering widespread crisis in our nation.